This line shows where the sniper is looking, but this dot is also supposed to show where the sniper is looking. So who's right and why is there a difference? This line here is created by directly editing TF2's code to make the player's line of sight visible. It is as accurate as possible. What's inaccurate here is the sniper dot. When you see someone turn, behind the scenes, the TF2 server is sending your computer a set of coordinates that represent where they're looking, which your computer decodes to know their player model should turn 30 degrees to the left, for example. These coordinates are two numbers that represent how far up or down, and how far left or right someone is looking. The first number goes from -90 to 90 degrees, covering the entire span of how far up and down you can look. And the second number spans -180 to 180, covering the horizontal axis. With these two numbers, the entire spectrum of where someone can be aiming is covered, which allows TF2 to very easily convey where a player is looking by simply specifying two numbers. Using the getPos command, we can see that TF2 very precisely stores these coordinates with 6 decimal places, which is where the problem with the sniper dot comes into play. When your computer tells the TF2 server where you are looking, the full 6 decimal numbers are sent. But when the server sends that info out to everyone else in the game, this 6 decimal number gets compressed down into an 8-bit message for your up-down, or a 10-bit message for left-right. Computers store information using bits. A bit is an on-off switch, so you can only represent two things with that. You can say off means 0 and on means 1, or off means white and on means black. But you can only represent up to two things. 2 bits mean you have another on-off switch to use, so now you can represent up to 4 things. So 8-bit means you can represent up to 256 things. That's a lot, but not nearly enough room to encapsulate the full breadth of numbers that are within the spectrum of -90 to 90 with 6 decimal places. It's like being told to capture the full range of the rainbow, but you could only pick 2 colors to do it. You simply don't have enough capacity to represent it properly, which is where our problem lies. If I ask you for red, the best you can do is give me the next closest color you have. A player's up-down compressed into 8 bits, which is the data used to render the sniper dot, doesn't have enough capacity to accurately convey where a player is looking. This is the same story for left-right, which has 10 bits, allowing up to 1024 things, but still suffers from this problem. So that's why the sniper's dot, when seen in third person, is technically a lie. It's also only really a problem at long distances. As you get closer to a wall, there is less area to cover, so it's good enough. When you step really far away, that's when the limitations start to become obvious. Presumably, Valve decided to compress them because they wanted to reduce internet strain. But TF2 was also made in 2007, so by today's standards, raising the bits available could be totally fine. If they raise both of them to 16 bits, the sniper dots are much better.
Lies.